Good morning and what is up, Bit Traders? Coach Arthur here again to give you the current market update of the cryptocurrency space. Once again, welcome to Bitrade Learning Hub, where we teach, we educate, and we provide the daily realistic market update of the cryptocurrency space. Here we are again with Bitcoin being unpredictable as we are in a possible red market or in a possible bull market. So at the moment, we cannot predict what will happen to Bitcoin, especially it is kind of hard to predict at the moment, especially news fundamentals or technical analysis is providing informations that Bitcoin is currently ranging or accumulating. Okay, but stay tuned for this video for I can explain to you what may happen to Bitcoin at the different angles that I can see. So before we start with Bitcoin, of course, we have to check the NFT first. The NFT space right now is actually different from yesterday. The number one collection that is being traded right now in the NFT marketplace is the Rarible, Inner, and Sandbox Metalands. Okay, so as you can see, the volume traded is actually $5,000, $2,000, and $1,200. So imagine right now, the market is actually somehow ranging right now, but at the same time, NFTs right now are kind of booming. Okay, they are actually going with the flow with with the current market. But of course, like I said before, NFTs are based on hype or on community and usability. It doesn't usually being affected by Bitcoin unless it is, or unless we are talking about the coin itself. But looking at the different exchanges, as we can see, Binance is still the number one exchange who has a trading volume of around $70 billion at the moment. Okay, coming next is of course the OKX exchange, which has a $9 billion in volume. So if you want a highly volatile market, is you have to go with the top exchanges. Okay, because if you will go to small exchanges, startup exchanges, usually there is a huge spread in prices. Okay, but looking on the market capitalization of the market, we are still at $1 trillion, which is actually good because of course cryptocurrency or Bitcoin having a $1 trillion market is still bullish for everyone. Okay, but looking on the different sentiments like the fear and greed index, the fear and greed index have been neutral since day one. Like more and more traders are always coming into the market. New traders are coming into the market, but they are not aggressively buying or selling cryptocurrencies because as of the moment, as I said, we are still ranging. So the possibility is that the cryptocurrency space will actually accumulate first or possibly retrace, okay, as we don't have yet any retracement from the past few days and weeks. Looking at the different long versus short ratio, as we can see, it is still neutral. But as you can see, there's actually a change in the long and short ratio. It came back to 1%, which is actually good because it is still the market is still ranging and doesn't have that real decision whether or not it will go down or go up, or either the longs are paying shorts or the shorts are paying longs. But looking at the funding rates, we are still currently at 0.01, which is the normal current funding rate. But looking at Aptos, it is actually high, increasingly high, wherein in Binance, it is actually being traded at a negative 0.12% funding rate. So it means that shorts are paying longs at the moment. So more and more people are pessimistic of the Aptos token, wherein they are actually shorting the token at the moment. That's why the funding rate is actually negative. So with higher funding rates, the possibilities are there is a market imbalance between the long versus short ratio, okay, which is actually a high volatile. So if you were trying to take longs or taking short, please keep in mind that stop loss is very important with that, okay, especially with the funding rates. And looking at Scalpex right now, as we can see, it's still a strong buy from the sentiment of the people. Is we are still strongly bullish from their own perception. But of course, we have to base it from facts, base it on technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Because as you can see here in the news of Crypto Potato, as we can see, short-term Bitcoin investors are already taking profit after the pump. Because as we can see, Bitcoin rallied to almost 40% towards the $23,000. However, the good thing about Bitcoin right now is there are more and more hodlers coming into the market. Okay, as you can see, over the 6 months is growing a rate of 100,000 BTC per month. That means that the hodler conviction remains strong. Okay, even the markets rally. Okay, so more and more Bitcoin holders are actually getting into the market. There are more and more people buying Bitcoins and making Bitcoin as a legal tender. Okay, but of course, as you can see, another fact that they are looking at right now is due to the economic changes, Bitcoin bull market can start to pump once the US inflation drops to 4.5%. If it is released that the interest rate of the Fed, will be on February 2, if it is released that it is around 4.24 to 5% interest hike, it means that there is a possibility that Bitcoin will pump and rally towards the up high. Okay, so as you can see here, the surge could be on the horizon. Okay, so if the Fed will declares a victory of 4 to 5% inflation rate, then it means that there's a possibility that Bitcoin will still rally to the up high. Okay, but looking on here is that more and more regulators are actually asking the traders or asking investors of the cryptocurrency market to actually declare there's VCE assets, what they call as the virtual currency entities. So the New York State of Department of Financial Services says here that the custodians should always determine the crypto assets of the wealthy people from their other assets, so that of course they can really internally audit it 100%. Okay, but of course a lot of people are still negative on regulatory issues. Okay, but of course, if we want to preserve trust with the government, of course, we have to follow the regulations. Okay, so anyways, moving on is just a historical update. As you can see here, Bitcoin's upswings in the remnants of 2019 bull revival. Okay, so actually, way back 2019, there was actually a Bitcoin rally to 40%. So it is actually expected that during a recession period, there is actually a Bitcoin rally that is about 40%. Actually, way back 2019, it was 30% markup. But as you can see right now, we are actually at 40% at the price of $23,000. So what does that mean? Actually, we cannot say what will happen because at the moment, we have more and more investors coming into the market. We might go to 50% or 60% or more if Bitcoin will rally, especially due to the inflation rate that will be released on February 2. Okay? But anyways, looking on different Twitter threads, as you can see, Goldman Sachs names Bitcoin as the best performing assets of 2023. So yes, actually Bitcoin rallied during January this month. So of course, Bitcoin is a financial investment, and comparing it to the other investments, Bitcoin actually rallied way better than the other financial market. Okay. On the other note, the DYDX, the coin is actually had a bullish sentiment a while ago because actually on their Twitter account they actually announced that their token release. Their massive token release should be actually released this month, but they actually postponed it to December 1, 2023. That's why there was a massive bump with DYDX token. Okay, so this is actually a good thing. This is a possible bullish movement. So if you want, you can buy it at the spot market. Okay, but starting with technical analysis on Bitcoin, as we can see, like I said yesterday, it's still struggling at the 23,000 level. Okay, meaning that there's a possible that it may be rejected on this demand zone if it will not be opening above $23,000. So if it will open above $23,000, there's a possibility that we are heading towards the $25,000. But looking at the chart right now, we are kind of in the middle of this demand zone or this supply zone. As you can see, Bitcoin hasn't still flipped this supply zone, so there's a possibility that Bitcoin will retrace at the $21,000 to $20,000, or worse, go back to its semi-gap wherein it is around the $19,000 level. So if ever Bitcoin will fulfill its semi-gap, it may retrace towards the $20,000 to $19,000. Okay, so we may expect a possible dump. Okay, because looking at the the dollar index, is that I'm actually looking at dollar index to be somehow retracing for a bit in the coming days, because as you can see right now, as I said from the previous videos, it is expected to drop at 101.45. But looking at right now, it is actually there already on that demand zone. But of course, we are still expecting a possible spring on DXY. So there's a possible downside more, but usually on the Wyckoff theory is that spring usually is a sign of a bullish sentiment. So as you can see, I draw off a chart, a harmonic chart here on the DXY dollar index, because as you can see, it is already forming a bullish divergence on its 4-hour time frame. So if there's a bullish divergence here, there's a possibility that it will recover sooner or later. So if it will recover, looking at the harmonic pattern, it may retrace to this supply zone, which is around 105.46. What does this mean towards the Bitcoin market? Of course, if DXY will actually recover to the $105, there's a possibility that Bitcoin will work inversely. Like I said before, there's a possible that Bitcoin will have to retrace. So maybe if the dollar index will bounce off or retrace, we may expect a possible dump or a possible retracement with regards to the price of Bitcoin. But as of right now, as we can see of the market, Bitcoin is still bullish. But of course, retracements are good, and retracements makes the coin healthy. So don't be fad by the dump if ever it will be coming or happening soon. Okay. Last but not the least is going back to XRP right now. As you can see, XRP still is struggling on the 43 cents. As you can see, there's a huge supply zone here in this level. So if ever XRP will reach above the 42 cents or the 43 cents, there's a possibility that its double bottom will play out. But as you can see, double bottom are macro patterns, so usually it will play out in a longer time frame, or it will play out days to weeks. But as of the moment, the double bottom is still validated. Okay, unless XRP price will go down below the 29 cents. If it goes below that, the double bottom will already be invalidated, meaning there's a possible that it will really go bearish. But as of right now, it is still bullish because the pattern is still there. The pattern is still validated. Okay, so that's all for today. That's all for our market update for this morning. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you enjoyed our market update. Once again, I'm Coach Arthur of Bitrade Learning Hub. I hope to see you again tomorrow for our current market update. See ya.